Greetings! Welcome to Q&A number 3. And yes, I have received quite a lot of questions on my Instagram. I have to remember to talk a bit louder because that microphone is not the best. Time to butcher some more usernames, is it not? First, the Talking Oak. What first attracted you to fantasy fiction and who are your favourite writers? I've always loved fairy tales, and at some point when I was in primary school my mum brought Harry Potter home to read it to me as a bedtime story, and well, that was the whole beginning of the love story, you could say. My favourite writers are, in no particular order, J.R.R. Tolkien, J.K. Rowling, William Shakespeare, Bernhard Hennen. Oh, I'm forgetting someone. I'm definitely forgetting someone. Okay. Anyways, stxr.light asks, what is your favorite cosplay? Assuming you mean costumes that I did or that I want to do, from the category of which I want to do, that was no correct English at all. Baby doll from Sucker Punch. It is so high up my bucket list, together with Deadpool. I think both would be great fun and, you know, Japanese swords. Nocturnal_Blaze asks, what is the element you feel most connected to? Also, what is your favorite accessory at the moment? I am an earth/water kind of person. Earth is number 1, water is number 2, then air, and then fire. And then metal if we're going by Chinese elements. And accessory, I prepared one because I don't really have a favorite accessory. I think the one that I wear the most is the necklace that my sister gave me because it's an acorn and I love acorns. But one of my favorites is this one. Oh, come on. Yes, anyways, you can see it anyways. It's a moon with beautiful Celtic symbols and a pentacle, and it's bronze. I love this one. I've been wanting it for so long, and I gifted it to myself a couple of months ago. Alana Medeiros. Really sorry. Where do you live? I live in Austria. I think I already answered that one in my last Q&A video. Lizzie Honigmotte. Oh, a German name. I can pronounce that. Lizzie Honigmotte asks, when did you came in touch with the works of Tolkien? What was the first one that you read and what did you think about it? The first one that I read, I think it was Lord of the Rings. No. It was the Unfinished Tales, and I really hated it. Well, I wouldn't say I hated it, but I didn't understand it. I was like 11, and I wasn't used to the concept of individual stories. I thought it was one giant story and it just didn't make sense, and you guys know Tolkien, how he mentions people like you're supposed to already know them. Well, I think the Unfinished Tales are probably the worst choice to start with everything. And later I read The Lord of the Rings when I was between 12 and 13 and I loved it. And I do love the Unfinished Tales. I can just say, I do love the Unfinished Tales now. I can really appreciate it, but I couldn't appreciate them back then because I didn't know all the people that were featured in it. Photo Gradovi asks, how, when and why did you become an elf? Guys, I'm not an elf, I'm a human. The easy point is, when I say I'm an elf, it's like, it's a nickname that has gone with me for a long time. I do identify with elves, I love elves, I love dressing up as an elf, but I in no way believe that I, as a person, am an elf. I mean, maybe a little bit, but but I'm a human. It was not a choice to become an elf or a thing that happened. I just really like elves, and people have told me that I am very elf-like, which is where the whole elf thing comes from. And I have graduated with a thesis on elves. The obsession is real, but I am not an elf. This is not. It's, I'm a human, but I'm an elf at heart. Yes, and it wasn't a choice. The elf life didn't choose me. Oh no, I didn't choose the Elflove. The Elflove chose me. Oh man. Anyone underscore in underscore Wonderland asks, have you ever thought about getting real pointy ears? No. There was a guy at my high school who said that if he would ever get filthy rich, who's messaging me? If he would ever get filthy rich, he would pay someone to point my ears. But to be honest, I wouldn't want that. I mean, I really love what elf ears look like. But I wouldn't want it permanently. I don't have any tattoos or piercings whatsoever. I am not a big fan of body, changing your body. I mean, I have full respect for everyone who's doing that, and I love seeing tattoos and piercings and, and pointed elf ears on other people, but it's not for me. I try to be as naturally me as possible, up to a point where I don't want to remove my wisdom teeth. Melda, when asks, how can you be so lovely, kind and perfect? You're so cute, but the thing is, I'm only as lovely, kind and perfect as you want to see me. I am in no way perfect, and I'm proud of that. But if you think I'm perfect, then I feel greatly flattered, and all hugs to you, little elfling. Thor.tier asks, were our cats separated at birth? Yes, they were. Ginny and Spock are legit twins. They have been separated at birth, but Spock is a whole lot fatter than my cat, no offense. Yuki.Aritil asks, I think I mispronounced that so bad. I was wondering, maybe you could show us what's in your wardrobe, perhaps in another video. I've been wanting to dress more elf-like in everyday life, but I have no clue where to start though. Love your style. First of all, thank you so much. Secondly, I'm dressed so elf-like today. Yes. Actually, that's a very nice idea. I could show you around my wardrobe sometime. I have to say though that I do not only have elf clothes, I also have stuff like this. But maybe I could show you a couple of pieces and tell you where I got them if people are interested. Let me know. Nana Iduna asks, how do you feel about Peter Jackson turning the Hobbit movies into a trilogy, even if there was only one book? And what do you think about the love story between the dwarf Kili and the elf Tauriel? I am not too fond of the Hobbit. I love the Lord of the Rings, but the Hobbit is a whole other story. It's not like the book at all. It's nice as a movie, I guess, if you don't know the book and if you can really see it as two different things. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a die-hard fan. I still went to the premiere in London of the third movie. But, yes, I'm not that much of a Hobbit fangirl. I'm still more of a Lord of the Rings fangirl. Maybe also because that was my youth and childhood. As for the love story, we do not talk about this. It never happened. Loving Hime asks, maybe you already asked that, but are you vegetarian slash vegan? What do you eat a day? Do you usually cook the food yourself? Yes, I do cook the food myself. No, I'm neither vegetarian nor vegan. I follow a diet that is very similar to the vegan diet, but I do not fully commit to it, if that makes sense to you. I have already talked about this a bit in one of my last Q&A videos, and I even have a blog post about it, which I will link down below. But yes, I do not identify as either of them, because I sometimes do take the liberty to eat animal products, which is why I think it would be wrong to call myself a vegan or vegetarian. What I eat in a day, maybe that would be something for another video, who knows. I eat mostly fruits and vegetables as much as I can, and then, yeah, sometimes other stuff. Maybe I will do a video on that, or, have a look at my Instagram. I post foods of my meals a lot, because I love food. _level1critter_, that's a brilliant username, asks, where's your favorite place to get clothing? I think I already talked about it. Why is everyone so interested in my clothes? I mean, I feel greatly flattered, but it's really interesting how people seem to really enjoy my clothes. Online, thrift shops, sometimes regular stores like H&M or Forever 21. I think my favorite store is H&M because it's really close by. or this wonderful shop we have in Austria where everything is really cheap and really nice. Vapor.eon asks, I agree, your wardrobe is incredible. Oh my, can you tell us where you get your clothes from? You know what, guys, I will make a wardrobe video and then talk about, like, give some examples where I got things from. How about that? No, my battery is running low. No. Quick. Glorious_cake asks, what's your favorite fantasy character from books or films? Mine, for example, is Nuramon from The Elfenbernhennen. Oh yes, you have fantastic choice in books. The Elfen is my favorite book ever. Alright, why didn't that surprise me? Anyways, where was I? My favorite character from books or films? Haldir from The Lord of the Rings book version. He can talk to birds. That is so funny. But since you're a fan of the Elfen, my favorite is Fafodin and has always been. I think it's cruel what happens to Nuramon though. It's really cruel. Leia_edits asks, what is your biggest dream? That's tough because I have a couple of dreams, but I think the one dream that I can't really influence, which is why I really have to hope for that it's going to be okay, is that one day, once I'm done with university, I will actually be able to find a job that I like, where I can do some good and, you know, yeah, make a living from, because I would really love to work something environmental, and I hope that I will manage, because I think it would be worse to be in a job that you hate for the rest of your life. So I would go with this one because I think all my other dreams are either still far in the stars or in the process of coming true. So that one it is. Yuna Suske asks, I'm really sorry for how I pronounce your username. How do you financially support being an elf? It looks quite expensive because all of your stuff is top notch. My stuff? Okay, sorry, that wasn't really professional. My things are definitely not top notch. Oh my goodness, I wish they were. I think the only thing that really is top notch is my gamer PC, but you guys haven't seen it. I don't know what exactly you mean by my stuff is top notch, but okay, let me answer your question. How do I financially support my hobby? I go to work, and with the little budget I, earn, I plan my expenses and my savings. And I think you guys would be really surprised because I am not the wealthiest person on earth. It's more like the opposite. And my budget each month is probably a whole lot lower than most people would be expecting, but I'm just really good at budgeting, It's kind of like I make sacrifices and I prioritize, and if I cannot afford something in a month, then I cannot afford something. My swords, for instance, I had to save so long until I could get them. I only buy things on discount, or I save up for ages. Like, I had to save up for ages to buy this camera. And it's not an expensive camera, as you can tell. So, yeah. Going to work, saving. I fund everything myself. C_dubs_arts_ and weapons ask, where do you acquire your arms and armor? There is not one particular place. I mostly check for secondhand. Like, basically almost everything is secondhand. All my armor. Some of my swords, some swords have been bought from conventions, but there is a particular sword video coming up where you can see all the swords that I own currently, and I will talk you through where I got them from. But there is not one particular place. Again, like, it goes with the first question, well, the question before this one. I buy them when I get them for a decent price, or I don't buy them because otherwise I cannot afford them. So being a student is fantastic, isn't it? Mer89 asks, is there any man by your side or elf? Other way, do you have a boyfriend? Of course you don't need to answer, I was just curious. Yes, there is. Now, that is all, and see you guys soon. And yes, sword and wardrobe video coming up, possibly a food video, but we will see on that. We'll see. Depends on if you want to see that. So yes, bye. Guinea. 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 Oh my god, Jesus. Have you and Spocky been separated at birth?